My name is Lakshmi. I am 39 years old. I was born in a little town called Guntur in the south of India. I came to England in 2009 after I graduated in dentistry, predominantly looking to further my education and to work. So at the time of completing my graduation, I looked at a few different options across the world, ranging from America, the UK to Australia, New Zealand. But you may or may not realise dentists who qualify in other countries have to sit very arduous exams. And at the time, I thought I could crack the UK exams, and financially it was a bit more viable at that time. So I chose the UK. So I came to London in 2009. We were students, so really didn't have very much money, so didn't really get to see a lot of the hip things happening in London. So we were head down, studying and working all the time. I came to Yeovil after getting married in 2013. By then I had seen quite a few places in the UK, not just England. So I originally came to London, then moved up to York for work. Then I went up to Scotland, where I worked for a couple of years. And then marriage brought me down to Yeovil, which was a sea change from Scotland because it's not as cold. And there's a lot more happening here. So Yeovil's got a right mix of things. It's quiet enough, but it's got a fair few bits happening. I suppose because I am a dentist, there's not much I can't do to not integrate. It's becoming more culturally diverse now, Yeovil, but 12 years ago, when I was new, there wasn't as much of a community. And also, we've made loads of friends on the way. My husband's been here longer than I have, so he's already had friends from Yeovil, and I've integrated with them. When I talk about integration, it's meeting up with local friends. I've been to loads of little music gigs, going out for meals, going out. Now I have kids, so friends of ours have also got kids, so we do a lot of sporting events with them, cricket through the summer, football through the winter, and we've made friends that way as well. So raising kids, so I'm from the southern part of India, and we speak Telugu at home. So we try and speak as much Telugu at home. However, it is hard because kids respond to us back in English. So I think we're trying to give them a mixed upbringing. The advantage of being in a mixed culture is that you pick the good bits of both the cultures. And so I would say we're raising them both the English and the South Indian way. Timekeeping is what I've really learned the most. You respect other people's times, don't turn up late. But I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned. But also honesty and hard work. Yeah, just get your head down and carry on working. So if I were to go out, there's hardly any times that I would choose Indian, possibly because, sorry to say, Yeovil hasn't really got very much of an Indian food culture going. But if we were to go out, which we do quite regularly, I would choose English food. I'm quite open to all sorts of cuisines. So yeah, good old English pub food. So currently, in terms of thinking about the future, our lives in England, I am not just a dentist, I am also a business owner. I own a dental practice locally. So for the foreseeable few years, I will be busy running the business, and so that is what I'll be doing. We've got aging parents. My parents and my in-laws are in India, so at some point we might need to think about what we need to do to look after them in their older years, but we really haven't given it much of a thought about what we're going to do when it comes to moving or staying. The differences that I have found with British and Indian culture is people seem to respect a bit more about personal boundaries here, more than what I've noted in India. So a no is usually a no, whether it comes to feeding food or anything like that. The bad things, perhaps people could do a bit better with gelling with their families. I find families sometimes are a bit more distant or a little less giving in comparison to Indian families.
Where have you seen that most happen?
So I've seen friends or people at work falling out with their families and there's not really much of a reconciliation. Or, for example, I have seen youngsters who've fallen waywards because they really didn't have much of a family upbringing or support, whereas that is less common in Indian families. Usually families will look out for their children. I was slightly surprised with the fact that there were quite a few South Asian doctors or dentists, but probably not very much, because I suppose that's the in thing, that everyone is a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer or an engineer from where I come from. So they've all got to find workplaces. Probably half of them are here, just like myself. Well, when you say about funny stories, I had a very elderly lady who was brought in to see me. She came along with her daughter, and she had a touch of dementia, I reckon. And she was stating the obvious. I didn't really think twice about it, but she came to see me. I reckon that would have been about the second or the third time that she came to see me. But obviously dementia is amazing. People forget what they do. So she said to me, "You look incredibly dark compared to the last time I saw you." I didn't really think much about it because she was stating the obvious. I am dark-skinned, and that's what she was stating. Her daughter, however, was mortified. I thought she was going to faint. She apologised umpteen number of times, and I had to say that's absolutely fine. There was no offence taken. But no, I later received a sorry card as well. So bless them, I really didn't take any offence. Yeah, I think people sometimes just go overboard with not being racist. They're not racist, they're just stating the obvious.